Yeah, Jefferson King, Gladiators, yeah. Um, when I first met Jefferson King at Central Park in Acton, he was absolutely ginormous, yeah. He was such a big guy, yeah. Massive, massive, massive guy. He come in with, I think it was a black suit on, and he looked huge, yeah. And he got the job with me, yeah. But obviously, a few things happened, and I couldn't have him working with me. But I got him another job, yeah. And he loved it, mate. He was, he was, the guy said to me, Ken Edwards, the guy that owned it, said that he was exactly what he wanted, you know what I mean? Because everybody respected him, and if there was any trouble in there, he sorted it out in no time at all. But Jefferson King worked with lots of people, proper people, when he works in the city. You know, really, I'm on about proper people, and it seems a shame the way Jeff went. Yeah, um, I remember coming down to Acton. I was going to a club, my mate's club called G's Club. It was in Pope's Lane, and I'm walking down towards the club, and I see Jeff over the other side of the road. Yeah, and I couldn't believe the size of him. He was absolutely massive. Yeah, and he had his vest on, and I walked over and I said to him, Jeff, mate, you know what I mean? I said, like, what are you up to now? You're not working where I asked you to work now. You're not working there no more. And he said, no, 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 I'll give it up, mate. So all I want to do is get back into me bodybuilding and go back down to the city and get some jobs down there so I can work. I went, oh, okay, mate. And I didn't see him, but it's massive, really, really big. And then the next time I heard about Jeff, he'd gone over to Southall, yeah, and he was over Southall, but he was looking after people that are taking drugs, like crack and that, and but looking after them, then he got in to start taking them, and the next thing I know, he was with a girl. I was in Harrow, yeah, and I phoned this girl up, Chantel. I've done a video over Chantel a long time ago, and her mate, yeah. And Chantel came up to the house and said, look, come down and get the bag. I want you to look after some bags for me, yeah? So I went down, it's Jefferson King driving the car. And I looked at him and I went, what you been on, Jeff? Mate, look at the state of you, mate. Why? He went, I'm all right, Ray, leave me alone, mate, I'm all right, yeah? And I said, get out of the car, I want to see you. I want to walk down the road and see you. So he got out of the car. I walked down the road with him a lot. I said, look, take that, yeah? I didn't give him £100. I said, look, just take that, yeah? I said, it looks as if you need it, you know what I mean, mate? Get yourself sorted out a little bit, you know? Obviously, I caught straight away he'd have bought crack or whatever he'd have bought with it, you know what I mean? Drugs that he was on. And then the next thing I know that he was down Berbick Road, yeah? And he took hostage of someone, and he was like, doing all sorts of things, torturing the guy, this, that, and the other, over £1,000, you know, and then gets nicked, and then gets put away. I think it's for 6 years. But me and Jeff go back years, yeah, absolutely years. And when I see him in the barber in the Conor Bear in the scrubs, yeah, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. It was the same. It was the same guy, man. He knocked my pipe out. You know what I mean? Just like he was just completely half the man he was. Yeah. And I thought, this is what drugs can do to you. Yeah, I mean. And I thought to myself, why do we take that shit? What the same as me? I was taking it, and it absolutely mullered me. You know what I mean? Crack. I was on it for quite some time. And it made me half the man that I was. And it done the same to Jeff. On the thumbnail, I put his photo of Jeff as he was when he got nicked, and how he is how he was when he worked with me. But it's a shame. It's a shame, and I've been trying to still get hold of him because when he come out of prison, a lot of people know that I went and met him. I met him and at Hillingdon Station, and we had a drink and a talk and this, that, and the other. Took him for a meal, gave him some cash, brought him to my gym. Said, we're going to work the gym. He was up for it, mate. He was really up for it big time. And then I met him again. I'll give him more money. And then one day What actually happened? When I picked him up from Hillingdon Station, I've been on drugs myself, yeah. When he was in the Range Rover, and he put his arms around the back, and I was looking at his thumbs and his finger, and they was like blistered, you know. And I thought, man, he's been on the gear, you know what I mean? You know, and it just gutted me because Jeff was my mate, you know, he was my proper mate, you know. And I just didn't like the fact that he was back on that again, you know, back on the crack, and it just made me feel sick, you know. But when he come over here and I took him to the gym, he had all proper ideas, you know. And I'd give him money, and I'd give him more money, you know. So went to buy drugs, and it just disappeared. One day I'll give him my phone number. He phoned me up. He said, "Yeah, I'm up for it. I've got people that want to come to the gym. They're going to pay me X amount of money, and this, that, and the other, you know. And can I have a little bit of money up front, mate? Because when they come, you're going to get the money back." And I knew straight away that he didn't want it for you know what he wanted it for. And I said, "No, Jeff, you know, but I'll just give him another £100. You know what I mean?" But it's a shame, man. I'm gutted because I really like Jeff, and I just lost all contact with him. You know, we're just all contact. I don't know what's up with where he is or what. Someone said that they see him in a gym, and he's getting a lump again. You know, or if he is, I don't know. I did say before to get in contact with me. You know what I mean? Because it's a shame, and I don't want to see Jeff get himself in any problems because, you know, you do hear stories. I heard he was back over Southall. If he's back over Southall, he's you know, it's people. I've got to say it that when he was in Southall, people were petrified of him. Man, he was like people were petrified of him. You know, and I don't know about now. Now he's after the man he was. Well, he's not caught with the man he was. Yeah, just a shame, mate. Just a shame, shame, shame. If anyone sees him, try and, you know, tell him to phone me, Ray Hill. Anyway, bang, bang, Ray Hill, nice one.